In this video, I want to show you how you could take advantage of free tap along EFT videos. All right, in this video, I want to show you how you can take full advantage of a free EFT video. So make sure you have your notebook on a clean page and a pen, and you're going to take notes as you follow along in a video. There's dozens of them available. Just Google EFT and you can find a video. If you're a practitioner, then you know where to get some videos. Maybe your mentor or your trainer has provided for you, either for training purposes or just practice, whatever, So there's plenty of EFT tap along videos. And I'm talking about the ones that are actual sessions, not necessarily just somebody doing a script and tapping along, but a practitioner working with a person, a real person, on their actual problem and going through the tapping session with them. So instead of just watching, which you might do for training purposes, I want you to shift your mental gears into being the client and allowing yourself to experience what you would actually experience if you were the client, with that trainer being your practitioner and doing a session with you at that time. You just have to tune into your own experience, what you're feeling and thinking, maybe your own memories that pop up, but you're going to write those down. You start with the video, you start playing it, and make sure you have your way to pause it ready to go. I think on YouTube you can just hit the space bar and it'll pause the video. So give that a try, but get yourself situated. Sit properly, sit upright. Don't lay back, don't sit back, sit up like you're doing a session, feet on the floor, you have your water available, and of course your notebook and your pen. And just get yourself calm and centered and grounded, ready for the session, and then hit play. Let the practitioner do what they're doing. If they're making mistakes, let that part go. If you're making mental notes of technique things, make a mental note, but let that go too. Enjoy. This is a time for you to actually get a session on yourself for free. Somebody has put in the time and effort to make a video and record it, so take full advantage of it. Start watching the video. You might want to start by follow along with what they're saying. Let it be a doorway into the session for yourself. Something will come up. It always does. Something will arise in you that you could turn this into a session for that particular issue or problem or memory or feeling. Even if you're just feeling a little bit, you can start there too. Just start there and maybe write it down. So if you're feeling just a little anxious, it's okay to start general. So just a little anxious, mostly happy, not really thinking of anything. You could write all these things down like you're taking notes in a class. And I feel it. Sometimes I even have to search for it. Like, well, I guess if I feel it, and I stay with it for just a moment. I feel it in my throat, or I feel it in my chest. I might have to actually tune in and start letting something that might be stuck in me to tap away. I might have to look for it a little bit, but it's not really that hard to do that. Something is always there. So hit play, tap along, do the points, do it the way they're doing it. Don't just do it on your own, in your own way. That's probably, you can do whatever you want. Do it your own way if you want to. I tend to follow what they're following just to get a different experience of it. Some people are not comfortable tapping on their face anymore because of COVID-19. I just wash my hands, so I have no problem tapping on my face. But if you don't want to tap on your face, then you skip over and just do all the other points. You could do your finger points. You could do the wrist point, side of the hand. Just do any other points and ask me if you need to find out what other points are if you don't want to tap on your face. So you're watching the video, anxiety, feel it in my throat or chest or whatever it is, and you're tapping along. Now you've been going along with the video and you're tapping along to their problem. Maybe you started tuning into your own problem. You want to write that down. It makes me think of that time in the kitchen when my mom was yelling about the dishes or something like that. And it makes me still feel sad at maybe a 2 or 3. Maybe it's low. Maybe it starts to get higher as you're thinking about it. And I feel it in my throat. So now when they're tapping, you might lower their volume a little bit. If you lower your volume a little bit and tap along now to your issue that you've identified. So they're tapping along and they're saying, even though it makes me feel angry when I think about that car accident, you're saying, even though it makes me feel sad when I think about that time in the kitchen with my mom, now you can start applying your own actual problem and tap along each round, but to your problem. And then they're they're finishing the round, they're taking a deep breath in, they're talking about it, but now's the time for you to tune into thinking about my mom in the kitchen, the dishes, feel a little sad, it's a little less. And then in a typical session, what starts to happen is the sadness comes down, then anger comes up, and then you tap the anger down, or frustration comes up and they tap that down. And it starts to uncover what might be a related issue or an underlying issue. So as you get those thoughts and ideas, you just write them down. Then you continue tapping along to their session, but you're plugging in what is coming up for you. This is what happens in a real session. So you're going to do a real session with a practitioner leading you and guiding you. Now, they may not be tuning into your particular problem, but you can do it. And so you do that by tracking your own issue. So now it leads to another time. Let's say that my mother yelled. So it's just an easy one for me to go to. So then there was that other time, maybe at a birthday, and mom yelled, and all these issues that came up around that makes me feel, let's say, angry now at a 3, and I feel it on my chest. So I write all that down. So now when they do the next round, and I might have paused it, or you might pause it so that you can write your stuff down. And then you can go along and listen. You can observe and listen to their session. It's okay. Even if it's not related to what you're doing, you're still going to get something out of it. But you still want to tune into what you're feeling and experiencing with your issue. I suggest that you find these videos, tap along to them, write down your own issue, track it, trace that path, and it's amazing what you can uncover and actually have a real session and get to some underlying causes, or finding something that you'll bring to your own session with your own practitioner or me, and tap on that. So it's also very calming, obviously. So you're just going to benefit from this no matter what you do. But I suggest that you stay there and stay for the whole hour of the session. Put in the time. A lot of us have the time to do it now. Now is the time. You could get a free full session every single day for a month if you find these videos. If you can't find these videos, let me know. I can send you some links. So I hope you find that helpful, and keep tapping. Now is the time to do it. If you don't know tapping, now is the time to learn it. Learn how to do it on yourself. Hire a practitioner. Don't do it all on your own. It's not enough. You're never going to get deep enough. It's just not the way that the brain works. It needs to be done with another person. I'm available. You can book with me. Otherwise, happy tapping, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.